the presidency nomination phase, calling on all Syrians to participate in voting. The Syrian Arab Army maintains full control over Al Matahin area between the Sheikh Zayat and Al Tana in Aleppo countryside. Ministry of Health launches the national vaccination campaign for children under the age of 5 and for women of reproductive age. Good afternoon, welcome to our news bulletin. I'm Dania Nizam. Speaker of the People's Assembly, Mohammed Jihad al-Laham, announced today that 4 new presidency candidates submitted their applications to the Supreme Constitutional Court. The new candidates are Samir Ma'alla, Sawsan Haddad, Mohammed Firas Rajo and Abdul Salam Yusuf Salami, bringing to 6 the number of candidates to the post of president. Earlier, 2 candidates, namely Mahir Abdul Hafiz Hajjar and Hassan Abdullah Nouri, ran for the presidency. The presidency of the Syrian Arab Republic welcomed the democratic and free atmosphere of the stage in which running goes for the position of president in Syria. The presidency stressed that the fact that a number of candidates for presidency submitted their applications to the Supreme Constitutional Court is a democratic and positive sign and represents the best way of implementation of the constitution and the laws. The presidency calls on all the Syrian citizens to deal positively with this process, especially as it offers them many options when exercising their constitutional right to cast their ballots and choose their candidate. The presidency confirmed it stands at the same distance from all candidates in order to allow the Syrians' choice to choose their candidate and their president in full freedom, transparency and responsibility. Prime Minister Wael al-Halaqi inaugurated Saturday a number of vital development projects in the coastal province of Tartous valued at 2.5 billion Syrian pounds. Prime Minister al-Halaqi inaugurated Emrit electricity generating plant with a capacity of 620 kilovolts. The Premier was briefed on the service situation in the province while inspecting the work mechanism in a number of public and joint companies. Al Seen Fisheries project was also inaugurated, which is aimed at decreasing costs and improving management of water. The Prime Minister visited Tartous cement factory, which meets the needs of the locals. The factory's total production in 2013 reached 9.5 billion Syrian pounds. Al-Halaqi's visit also included the integrated centre for solid waste processing in Wadi al-Mahadi area in Tartous, which processes 310 tonnes every work shift, and its total cost reached 1.4 billion Syrian pounds. National Vaccination Days, which target children under 5 and childbearing-age women at 1,200 health centres and through scores of mobile teams and 30 mobile medical clinics in all Syrian provinces. The vaccination campaign, which lasts until Wednesday, coincides with the World Immunisation Week. The vaccination campaign to children comes in the context of the National Vaccination Campaign, which includes 11 vaccinations, adding the vaccinations to immunise women of reproductive age against tetanus. Minister of Health Saad Naif called upon all citizens to take this vaccination in the nearest health centre to be immunised against a host of diseases including tuberculosis, hepatitis, measles, rubella, tetanus and polio, adding that the vaccinations are totally safe, free of charge and have no side effects. Head of the Joint Mission of the UN and Organisation for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, Sigrid Kaag, said that Syria is committed to carrying out agreement with the OPCW on shipping chemical weapons out of the country. In a press conference at the Damascus-based Four Seasons Hotel, Kaag added that the completion rate reached 92%, expressing optimism to complete the agreement before next June the 30th.
We all pray and hope for a much better future. Our effort is very focused. It is focused solely on the elimination of the chemical weapons program in the hope, as I mentioned before, that this will be a modest enabler, maybe a contribution to peace and security and a better future for all of the people of Syria. We are talking basically of the remaining 7.5–8% of chemical weapons material that has currently still in country in one particular site. 6.5 roughly needs to be removed. A small percentage is to be destroyed regardless in country. That can be done. It's a matter of accessing the site. That's also why, of course, I reiterated not only the situation regarding the security conditions in country, but surrounding some sites, the importance of timely removal for two reasons. One of them is to make sure that none of the chemical weapons material falls in the wrong hands, because security plays out in many different ways. Secondly, the risk of security conditions impacting negatively in the immediate future calls on Syria to ensure the very timely and swift extraction, even more so than ever before. And as we hope, and as I close my remarks, I definitely hope that soon there will be more good news coming out of Syria with regard to this program, that I can come back before you and conclude with you that the 100% benchmark has been reached.
Arab army eliminated scores of terrorists, killing and injuring lots of them. A military source said that an army unit eliminated a terrorist gang with its leader Hassan al-Khair in the surrounding area of the Great Mosque of Jobar, coincided by destroying an armed vehicle belonging to what is called the Islamic Front in Hadra. On the other hand, a unit from the Syrian army chased terrorists in Al-Mleha and the field surrounding, while another unit clashed with terrorists in Al-Qadam area, killing and injuring a number of them and destroying their weaponry and ammunition. Whereas terrorists were killed and others were injured in a hideout being attacked by the Syrian army in Sarmin town of Idlib. The Austrian Die Presse newspaper quoted a spokesman for the Austrian Foreign Ministry as saying that the two Austrian girls of Bosnian origin who disappeared 2 weeks ago had infiltrated to Syria via Turkey and joined the terrorists fighting in Syria. He further said that the Turkish intelligence have informed the Austrian security that the two girls had infiltrated to Syria from the north and joined Al-Qaeda fighters. The spokesman concluded by saying that the terrorists reached Syria by traveling to Ankara and Adana city, then infiltrated to Syria. The British Guardian newspaper published a study circulated by the International Centre for the Study of Hate and Extremism at the Royal College in London, which indicated that about 11,000 foreign terrorists were fighting in Syria, 2,800 of them from Europe and 400 were British. The study further added that the extremists were using social media to recruit more British to go to Syria and fight along with the terrorists. The study concluded by saying that the crisis in Syria is the first to witness the involvement of a big number of Western terrorists in the fight there. 7 Lebanese soldiers, among them 2 officers and 2 other civilians, were injured by a grenade fired by an armed terrorist at a patrol in Tripoli city. Lebanese army said in a statement that the attack took place as an army unit was pursuing some of the wanted in Al-Tabana neighborhood in Tripoli city, adding that the unit detained the perpetrator in Al-Zahiriya area. In Jordan, armed clashes renewed in Man for the 6th day between members of the gendarmerie and angry protesters over the killing of a man that led to 5 wounded, one of them seriously injured. Witnesses said that protesters have thrown stones, burnt tires and locked the streets against the vehicles of the gendarmerie in the city, while these clashes have turned the streets into battlefields with the continued shooting. With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching us. For more details about Syria and the region, you can always view this bulletin again on our website in English, syriaonline.sy. After the break, it's Vani with our economic and business news. God bless you, and long live Syria.